What's up, everybody? Welcome to Press Pass Live. What's up, Trey? Good to see you in the chat. I am running solo only because I'm just barely getting this in. So it's going to be a quick show. It's going to be fast. It's going to be in and out. I had no time this weekend to do any kind of agenda. I had no time to find out who would be here, who couldn't be here. I didn't have a chance to do any of that stuff, Trey. So it's my bad, bro. I'm sorry that I didn't get to set that up. I wanted to have you guys here, of course. But yeah, it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. So one quick second. So here's what happened as I try to figure out my stuff here. MacBook came out with an update. Well, that update didn't jive well with all my Elgato products, and so something is completely haywire right now, and I can't play any music. Luckily, I can do mic and I can do game sound, but it won't let me do any music for some reason. So I got to figure that out, and I've already sent in a help email, so hopefully they'll send out an update to jive with the new update from MacBook. So I got my Astros who are up 8-5 in the eighth. Yeah, bottom seven. 8-5, bottom seven, 2 outs. I worked the Saints game this weekend. Totally wore out from that thing. Crazy game, Trey, as you found out in chat. Jameson was playing really well, playing good against his old team, blows out his ACL and MCL. That's the reports at least. Trevor Siemian has to come in because Hill's been out for the last 3 weeks with a concussion. Saints had no other quarterback on the roster. They have a rookie, but he was inactive. He's been, I think, inactive all season, and Trevor Siemian leads them to a comeback victory. This is crazy. So I'm wore out from that. I had Pelicans game on Saturday night. Then I came back to Halloween. It's just running around crazy. But I actually don't know a ton of what I'm going to talk about. I think Outlaw is playing his first official game tonight, so we are officially whole. Welcome back, Outlaw. Now, hopefully, I won't get any more DMs about Outlaw not really having a PS5 and BSing everybody. That can officially die. Now you can just complain about how Outlaw normally schedules, which is a pretty reasonable complaint that people will have against poor Outlaw. So we're whole. We got Outlaw back. I think we're going to advance right after. I've been told the board talked today and they wanted to give me the CPU game. It's super late, so I'm going to see if I can get through a quick Press Pass Live, maybe an abbreviated Press Pass Live since I'm by myself and I don't really have an agenda, so we're going to wing this thing. And then I'll just come right back up and play the CPU, and I think I'll advance this right after that, even though it's 10:30 and I'm barely keeping my eyes open right now. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Let's get over here. We got a fun show tonight. I'm going to reveal my commissioner power rankings, and we'll see if you agree, disagree. Trey, I think you'll be intrigued by some of the things that I've decided are going to go in here. We're going to just take a quick look at the OMFL as we're in week 14. I think we finally can put to bed the slider talk. It's not perfect, but I think it is as good as we're going to get this game until they put out another update and radically change things. And then I'm going to call out some owners. I'm going to call out the league as a whole because I got a bone to pick with you guys because I'm trying to produce content. I need you to help me, but more of that later. What do you mean, I'm last? What's that mean? Oh, on the power rankings. My bad. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. So let's get over here and what should we do first? What's up, Kev? I miss PUBG, man. I haven't got to play all weekend. What should we do first? Let's do a quick look at the OMFL. Then I'll do my commissioner power rankings. Then I'll call out the league, put a bow on this thing, wrap it up, and get out of here. So let's get over here. All right, so we're in week number 14. Let's look at some NFL standings. Let's look at these one by one. So Steelers right now, 8-5. Ravens are 9-4. I don't know exactly why it's like that, so assuming they will flip-flop. Bengals with a big win today at 8-5. This is a fun division. It's going to come down to the wire as we are going to be in week 15 here tonight. The South is kind of running away. The Jaguars at 11-2. Brady is flexing his Madden muscles this season. The big question, though, is can he get it done in the playoffs? Can he get it done when it matters the most? That question is still yet to be answered. The Titans at 9-4 have taken some steps back recently. Still a great record, still going to make the playoffs, but they've lost a couple of big games, and they've been a little up and down in the past 5 weeks. And then we got Wynn and his Colts. He's hanging right in there. He's at 7-6. It's going to come down to the wire. If you ask him, he probably says that his chances are over. But I think you could be a 9-10 win team and still make the playoffs in the AFC. And I think that's right where Wynn is going to fall. AFC East, you got the Dolphins pretty much put this one away. 9-4. Congratulations, Ross. I don't know what happened to the Jets. They've kind of taken a step back. Of course, Outlaw's just taken over his team. And the Patriots, they started out really hot, and they too have cooled off recently. But look, the Dolphins and Ross have just keep chugging along, and they have clearly figured their team out, and they're playing really good football over here. I almost said baseball because I'm watching the baseball game. And then the Chargers at 10-3 have ran away with the AFC West. Chiefs at 2-10. What's going to happen to them this offseason? You know, there's going to be some cap issues. There's going to be some cap troubles, but can, Shocks get some things figured out? He's got his favorite team. He's going to have to get it figured out. Broncos have been a little up and down. Raiders up and down. Those two teams feel kind of the same to me, even though the Broncos are going to be new here. He's not new. He's an old guy, but he's new again. I don't know. Whatever you want to kind of decide about that. But the Chargers are going to be right there, 10-3, making a playoff push. We're going to see the return of Colin, who had D-Money on the ropes back in, what was that, Madden 20? Was it Madden 21? I forget. I think it was Madden 20 because I think 21 was going to be Baltimore who had him on the ropes. NFC North pretty much put away. Congratulations, Trey. 10-3, has his team at the top of the NFC. And one of the better players here, and guys have sent me DMs for like private conversations, Trey. Like, how do you beat this guy? Like, what do you do about this dude here? And I'm like, I don't know. Good luck. He plays great defense. Vikings. I don't know if he's caring about winning, not caring about winning. I don't know. I'm never going to let that go, Maniac, because it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard you say. And you've said some pretty ridiculous things. He's got his team humming. 8-5, a 4-game winning streak, scoring a ton of points. He's got a really great quarterback. Bears flexed their muscles today against the Packers. I don't know. I didn't get to watch this game. I just kind of glanced at it while I was at the Saints game. It looks like maybe a bunch of turnovers again, but man, good for Smash. I like seeing Smash be able to get that one. We'll go check that Trey for you, just for you, because I know you want all those picks. Falcons at 9-4, Panthers at 8-5. Those two had a great battle today. I wish I would have been home to call that one and watch that one. Panthers come out on top. I need the Panthers to lose because even on this run, I'm on 4-game winning streak. Probably not going to make the playoffs because the Seahawks and the Panthers are the two teams right above me, and I lost to both of those teams. And so I need other teams to help me out. Falcons can get it done tonight. NFC South still totally up for grabs at this point. And then the NFC East, boy, I don't know who pissed off the Cowboys, but boy, he let it have it today. 10-3, Giants and Pepper are right below him at 9-4. Washington football team at 5-8. Eagles with his first victory this past week at 1-12. And then here we have it. The NFC West, the Cardinals just quietly chugging along, 11-2, just putting up tons of points, playing great defense. Seahawks right below him at 9-4. 49ers at 3-10. And Rams at 1-12. And let's go see what that means for the whole NFL. It's going to put them 31st, Trey. So still pick number 2. We'll see. We'll see what you can do. So that's a quick look at kind of where we are. I think the last game is being played now. And then again, I'll go try to play the CPU, even though I'm dead tired. So I may do like play the moments type situation. I don't know. We'll decide because I'm exhausted. And playing a whole hour and a half game against the CPU sounds like just a terrible investment of my time. But we'll see. There's been some really great games this past week. We can look at them right here. The Bengals with a big victory, 27-15 over the 49ers. Who's the 49ers now? It's our new guy, right? I'm forgetting his name all of a sudden. I just see him in chat today. And matter of fact, when I see him in chat today, I was like, why is he in our chat? And I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. We gave him a team. Jaguars flexing their muscles against the Titans, 41-10. Holy cow. Brady was not a happy man. Vegas and KC, shame on you. I hope that you get a warning because the scheduling this Madden, we'll get to that later. The scheduling this Madden has been putrid. Panthers with a 3-point victory over the Atlanta Falcons. The Chargers with a big win over Pepper and his New York Giants, 31-21. That seems like that would have been a really fun game to be able to call as well. Buffalo and Tampa Bay playing right now. Cardinals completely destroying the Rams, 38-3. Cowboys, man, they were on a rampage in this game, 44-10 against the Washington football team. The Seahawks and Texans, that game was actually way better than the score shows. The interceptions ended up getting Roger. This was a close game till kind of late or mid third quarter. The turnovers just became too much, and the Texans couldn't overcome that. Ravens with a massive victory over Massimo and the Browns. We keep waiting for the Browns to turn the corner. Have a loaded roster. Not this week. It ain't going to happen. 30-3. Trey flexing it, 41-14 over the Denver Broncos. I started watching this one. Trey, it was boring. I had to turn it off. You were demolishing them, and I couldn't take it, and I had to turn it off. And then again, the Chicago Bears today, 49-17. My assumption with these scores is they are a little inflated, but that's mainly, my Astros are up 9-5. The turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over. It's just like the NFL. And I personally feel like we have sliders that play really closely to simulate the types of stats, the types of gameplay that we see in the NFL. With our rules and with the sliders, you got to ball control. You can't just sling it around the yard. And if you start getting turnovers, it can get ugly really, really quick there. Aaron Rodgers, 25 touchdowns, 3,500 yards, but I'm pretty sure that if we went and checked it, I guess we could go check it. I don't know if I want to. It's going to be really ugly. I bet you he's up to 45 interceptions. And if I know him, he doesn't care at all. What are we up to? Oh, 23. Shame on Nate. He's got more touchdowns than interceptions. Well, good for him. Oh, these are sim. That's right. I forgot the first 8 weeks are sim stats. That's why I don't care about looking at stats, because first 8 weeks were sim stats. Even though we got the winners and the losers right, we could not simulate the stats, of course. And so none of that other stuff matters. But I think we're coming down to a fun last couple of weeks here. Let's look at the quick playoff picture, and then we'll move over to my power rankings. Right now, if it ended in the AFC, you'd have the Jaguars, the number 1 seed, the Chargers and Colin, the number 2 seed, playing the number 7 seed, Denbrew, and the Bengals, the number 3 seed, Ross and his Miami Dolphins, playing Nipples and the Ravens at the 6 seed. Boy, that would be an instant classic game. That would be a ton of fun. No, totally. Yeah, Ross, I know you sent me the right numbers, but I don't have them in front of me, and I can't add them. So I was just saying this, the ones I was looking at were going to be completely useless. And then the number 4 Steelers playing the number 5 Titans, that too would be a really fun game to watch. The AFC is going to be loaded with fun games to watch. I can only hope. I'm going to take a couple of nights off when the playoffs start, away from PUBG, and try to call as many of these games as I can. The problem is, a lot of the games happen before I can actually get on. I'm Central Time Zone. My guys are Eastern Time Zone. And like when you guys are playing, it's like my family time. It's my wife time. And so I got to wait until wife time. So happy wife, happy life. But hopefully some of these games will be able to still be going on, and I'll be able to call some. Over the NFC, I don't think it's as exciting. I think it's a little more top heavy. You got the number 1 seed Cardinals, the number 2 seed Giants right now playing the number 7 seed Panthers. That would be a really fun game. Defense versus offense. It could be a fun one to watch. Trey at the number 3 playing Beal at the number 6, and the Seahawks, boy, that could get interesting to say the least, because Bill can play really great defense himself. And then we got the number 4 seed Falcons playing the number 5 seed Dallas Cowboys. And please, 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 Madden Universe, whatever you need to do to make that game happen at some point in these playoffs, please make it happen, because I want to watch that one. That's going to be a ton of fun to watch. So as a quick roundup of what the NFC will look like. I don't know if anybody submitted questions. We will open the mailbag at the end of the show really quick. But now, I guess tonight's the last night we can do the Halloween theme, but don't worry. Christmas is around the corner. I'm pretty sure we'll have a Christmas theme up before that's over. So let's get over here and do some power rankings. So I want to welcome you to, what was I trying to say there? I want to welcome you to the Commissioner's Power Rankings. I used to do a graphic every single couple of weeks and put this out as a post, but I was like, I want to do something a little bit different, and I actually want to make a graphic and pull this out on Press Pass Live, maybe even do its own show, but I figured tonight would be a great night to do a Press Pass Live with my OMFL power ranking. So I'm just going to do the top 5. These are my top 5 teams in the OMFL. I always find that like 6 through 12, 6 through 14, they kind of fluctuate. You see teams jump a lot. It's like, let's talk about the top 5. Let's make sure that this counts. And at number 5, we have the Atlanta Falcons and Kobe. Kobe having an outstanding season. He's got a nobody quarterback in Felipe, I think, or Felix, or whatever, I forget. The quarterback from Florida. He's got a big arm. His accuracies are terrible, but he's playing outstanding football with him. And I told you, even as we swap to the new sliders, he would figure it out, and he has. He's not playing outstanding football, but he's playing good enough to win. Kobe's got great playmakers. He goes out there and trades for Adams. He plays really great defense. You're going to continue to see him play better and better and better. So the Atlanta Falcons come in at my number 5 team. At number 4, you got Dwayne and his Dallas Cowboys. Man, Dwayne is kind of the top of the top when it comes to consistent football here in the OMFL. You just know what you're going to get whenever you play the Dallas Cowboys. You're going to get a guy who plays really great defense. He makes very few mistakes, and he makes you earn every inch of grass that you get against him. And I'm very thankful to his beautiful, wonderful wife, who I've never officially met, but we know of each other. Thank you for getting your husband inebriated before he played me the other night. I deeply appreciate you, and I owe you dinner one time when we finally get y'all to come to New Orleans, because I'm probably not going to go hang out in Arkansas. Let's just be honest. So that is my number 4 team, Dwayne and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming in at number 3, Trey and your Detroit Lions. Man, what can you say about this team? He's kind of played a little hopscotch at the quarterback situation. He's going to solve that this offseason. So this is the season. If you're going to jump on the Detroit Lions, if you're going to get him, if you're going to get Trey out of it, this is the season to do it. Because after the season, it's going to be almost impossible. He's going to get a top 5 quarterback. He's going to probably get the best quarterback, the second best quarterback. He's going to build him up over one season, and then he's just going to dominate the rest of this Madden. And it's just going to be really bad for all of us. He has an outstanding defense. He's got a really good running game. Hawkinson gets open and open and open and open and open and open, and when you finally do cover him, he hits some receiver over the top on you. He is by far one of the top teams in the OMFL and definitely in the NFC, and you're going to see if Trey can hang with the big dogs whenever we get to the playoffs. He was almost there, I think, 2 seasons ago, Trey? Maybe the last season of Madden 21. I think he's going to be right there again in the playoffs. Anything can tip it in any team's direction, and Trey has the type of team that can tip it in his direction, because, I mean, ultimately, this guy can cause you to turn the ball over. And if he can cause you to turn the ball over, then that can sway a game, especially when you get into the playoffs. So my number 3 team is the Detroit Lions, and I think he's going to have the Defensive Player of the Year, because that guy is playing absolutely out of his mind right now. Coming in at number 2, D-Money and the Arizona Cardinals. Man, this guy, you never hear from him. We all know about him. No one wants to play him. No one wants to face him. You have to play perfect football. When you play the Dwaynes, the Treys, the older guys when they used to be here, the Penguins, right? When you play these top of the top elite of the elite teams that just win and win no matter what, no matter sliders, no matter roster, I just find it funny that Dwayne has never sent me a message about sliders. D Money has never asked about the quarterback accuracy. No one has ever complained about their roster, and yet these teams win 14, 15, 16 games, 17 games a year, time and time again. And I just find that interesting that it's the teams that are in that, 500 right above that, like barely trying to make the playoffs. Those are the ones that give us the most headache, I would tend to say. D-Money doesn't. He's always there. I hear you, Trey. You keep chirping, though. You keep chirping. You might get your wish. Be careful what you wish for, big guy. But I do say that the Arizona Cardinals are by far one of the best teams. He's got a young quarterback. He'll probably end up dealing him away just to prove to us that he can win with anybody that we give him. He's got playmakers on every side of the ball. On defense, he's going to freaking just line up cornerback after cornerback after cornerback, play man defense, come up with the safety as soon as you snap the ball to shut down your run game. That's kind of what D-Money does. And it's just time and time and time again, he's just going to shut you down. And then he's going to try to cause you to turn him over. And the one game that I remember watching that had the greatest chance of beating him was, I can't remember who. I want to say it was Nipples, but then some of me says it wasn't Nipples. Maybe it was you, Trey. I don't know. It couldn't have been it because it was a bowl game. Whoever it was like they kept turning him over, but then they turned the ball right back over to him. And you can't turn the ball over against D-Money. And that leaves one more team, my number one team. Let's see if we can get some guesses. Who do you guys think my number one team and my OMFL Power Rankings is? Colin, yep. Colin pushed him. I didn't get to watch that game, but Colin definitely pushed him. Come on, I thought we'd get some guesses here. You guys are taking too long to type. Trey saying Jaguars. Any other guesses? Kobe says Brady's his number one. Ross, yeah. All right, my number one team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. What can you say about Brady? He runs his mouth, and he's backed it up this season. The verdict is still out. What's he do when he gets to the playoffs? But it doesn't matter. Right now, he's got a rookie quarterback playing really good football. He's got a running game that anyone would kill for. I mean, he's got running back after running back over there. He plays really great defense, and now that defense is able to get pressure, I think it's just going to elevate his game higher and higher. And right now, the AFC is to be had. It is wide open in the AFC, and anybody can win this one. So that is my OMFL Power Rankings. Brady and the Jaguars at number 1, D-Money and the Cardinals at number 2, Trey and the Lions at number 3, Dwayne and the Dallas Cowboys at number 4, Kobe and the Atlanta Falcons at number 5. And Kobe, I don't know if you felt disrespected or if that was like an honest thanks for the power. I don't know. But it wasn't no disrespect. I think you're a top 5 player here in the OMFL, and you're doing it with a terrible quarterback that most of us could not win with. And so you're a really, really good team. All right, let's open up the mailbag real quick before I call out the OMFL, because I am going to have to call you guys out real quick. But before we do that, let's, what do we have here? Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can, I don't even know if we have any. So we're going to find out here in just a second if we even have any. Yeah, Trey, you got a hell of a run coming up here really, really quickly. I think we did these. Yeah, we did Bills. Did we do yours, Kobe? Yeah, we did Kobe. So, yeah, I don't think we have anything new this week. So, no new owners submitted questions. Get the mailbag open. And that kind of opens up the perfect door for what I want to rant and rave about. So, let's get over here. Oh no, Kobe, you're playing top 5 team, and I mean you're a very good team. Everybody knows who you are. Yeah, Cards, Falcons, Seahawks. Not a fun way to close out the season. Packers, you might as well take that one off if you want. Unless you're Nate, because if I play Priest, I usually get my tail whipped for some weird reason. Him and Outlaw have my number. I just can't seem to beat those dudes for some reason. I just can't get any turnovers versus them. Their quarterbacks play lights out, and I always kind of get my tail whipped. So no owner submitted questions kind of opens up the perfect door of when I wanted to rant and rave. For 3 weeks now, I've been asking for an OMFL hot seat guest. I've been asking for an OMFL expert guest, and we've got no owner submitted questions this week. Team, league, guys, friends, loved ones, you have to help me create content for this league. You have to be willing to step up, step in. Like, I've got all kinds of tools at my disposal. I've worked really hard to have a good, clean, strong stream that we can all be proud of. Like, I don't feel like I put out amateur crap that you're like embarrassed to see. And I have seen some leagues, but at least they're putting out content. But the content always isn't at a high quality level. And I work really, really hard to give you good quality level content. But none of you want to step up and come be on camera or come be on audio and come do a hot seat. At least not lately, you haven't wanted to. No one wants to ever step up to do an OMFL experts. And it's mind-blowing. Like, if we're going to be a top of the top league that we all claim that we are, then we got to be willing to step up and help others. Come share one of your expertise. Come share something that you feel you do really, really well. You don't have to show all your cards. You don't have to put them all on the table. But I doubt you're doing something that no one has never, ever heard of. And so come help the other lane. And it could be about anything. It could be about roster building. It could be about how you do your training. It could be about how you focus train. It could be how you scout, how you draft. It could be how you play defense on third and long. It could be how you get pressure. It could be about how you call your offensive game plan. It could be simply about anything and everything. But you got to help me. I'm looking for owners to step up and come help us. And I think the more people who step up and can help, like Trey jumping in on Press Pass Live, Win jumping in on Press Pass Live, right? These Smash, he's just kind of thrown himself in here sometimes. Brady, OMFL News. We didn't get one this week, but it's okay. His life gets busy sometimes. But I keep hearing about new content. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff, and there's so many opportunities. It is 2021, friends, about to be 2022. It is so stupid easy. Never in the history of man has it been easier to produce high quality, free, easy to make content. There's so many free tools online. There's so many free tools at your disposal. It doesn't take hardly any type of high quality, like skill level. You can put out really good content really, really easy. And I'm pushing us to do that. I'm pushing us for OMFL experts, all 22 OMFL experts. Like, I need people to step up, and we should have a running list of people. Like, no one wants to hear me do everything around here. We need some other owners to step up. And I think if we would do that, the more of us that do that, we'd see the engagement level of this community rise up. We'd see less complaints about sliders and games and how much they suck and how much I'll never blah, 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 all this other like negative crap that we read in chat sometimes. We see less of that because it'd be 19 pieces of content to talk about. It'd be 19 opinions to talk about and how you disagree or how you like. There's so many great opportunities to produce content, and I'm looking at you to do it. Like Trey, like, I don't know if maybe you always did this, Trey, but I noticed that you've had your mic on some of your games, right? And singing is really, really bad, and you probably shouldn't sing anymore, but like, it's just something to create content. You know, you should be cutting out sections of that content, posting 1 minute YouTube shorts. You should be, you know, using that content to make other video posts. I know that Brady's been stepping up and trying to do some new content. I know Win has some content ideas, but he's been working behind the scenes on some things. And so there's so many opportunities to create content. And I am creating the avenues where you don't have to do anything. You literally have to log in. you can use your phone. You can put your phone up to your ear and talk to me through Discord and do an all 22. I do all the work for you. All I do is create an avenue in an area, and you can step into it and you can begin to do that. So I'm calling you out. I can't be the only person that reminds people to post mailbag questions. I can't be the only guy who posts streams. I can't be the only guy who creates shows, right? I need help. And the more you guys step up and help me create content, the more new content I can begin to create. I've got a new idea about Grown Folks Live show that'll come out once a month that I'm really trying to work towards. I want to start doing my Saints and Sinners shows, recap shows. I don't even have time to do that right now, but I know my year will begin to lighten up and get a little bit easier. So, oh, look at Outlaw getting his first victory in his first game. Congrats, Outlaw. So I think that's going to be it. It's a short show tonight, only 35 minutes, but I was by myself and I wanted to be short because I'm going to take this down and put it right back up and play the CPU real quick. Hopefully Tim isn't upset. I'm just doing what the board said to do, and so we're going to do it. And I'm in a playoff run, and it's an important game, and they gave me permission, and I felt really bad about it until every single one of them told me to play the CPU. So if you're upset, Tim, you have to take it up with them. So, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hanging out is what I meant to say. I want you to help out, though. I'm calling you out in a good way. Come help with some all 22. Come help with some draft content. I know Ross is going to be putting some stuff out. Create your own content around your team. Create some content around the league. Do a 5-minute show every 10 days, every 2 advances around your top 5 rookies in the league. Whatever. Like, I can give you ideas after ideas after ideas after ideas, but I want to hear from you. I want to see you create some content. All 22 is the easiest way to do it. You literally don't have to do anything except for tell me you want to do it. Tell me what you're doing it about. I put you into the chat. You can literally log in with your phone if you don't have a mic or don't have anything else. If you have a mic, you can get on PlayStation. We can do it that way. I do all the work for you. As you talk, I walk through and do what you say, and it's a great piece of content to help other owners in our league who are trying to get better. So I'm going to go watch the Astros finish this up on my iPad. I'm going to go ahead and fire up some Saints and Sinners, Saints versus Jets CPU, and get this done and get us advanced. So, guys, I love you. Have a blessed, I can't get words out tonight. I'm so tired. Have a blessed rest of your week, and I'm sure I will be back Monday or Tuesday for week 15 game against 00 and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, until then, be good, love each other, do something good for somebody this week, and let's have a good week. Go help me out with some content, though. That's what I need. And I think I went to the wrong one. I'm pretty sure I just went to the wrong one. I do that all the time. I go one too many on my stream deck, and then I have to go back. And then in between there, I have to just buy time because I can't do anything till the stream deck catches up. And that usually takes like 15 seconds. So, guys, be blessed. We'll see you.